It's making up its mind.
Technology.
Mascara's not running, is it?
No, we're all right.
Okay.
Just hoping to pick the right shade of lippy today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, where the power of spirit is ever present and we embrace an interfaith perspective. It's good to see familiar and new faces in our congregation. And we also say a big hello to everyone joining us live on YouTube and Facebook. It's a pleasure to introduce our guest medium today, Peter Goddard. So please give him a very warm welcome as he opens our service in prayer. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Phil. If you'd just like to close your eyes and join me in the quiet, please. Divine Spirit, thank you for bringing us to this glorious church on this glorious morning. Please bring the two worlds closer together and make me a clear vessel for your messages. Please let everything be done here today in love, light, laughter and upliftment. Let everybody as they sit in these seats this morning receive the healing as they may need it in whichever form is needed. Please let us all learn to be forgiving, kind and caring. Please help us all to understand that life is a journey with many twists and turns. Amen.
Thank you, Peter. Now, please join me to still our minds and open our hearts as we pray for all those people, children and animals in need of spiritual healing, love and light across the planet, in places of war and conflict, nations affected by natural disasters, everyone involved in rescue operations and foreign aid, our National Health Service, the selfless doctors and nurses who work tirelessly for our well-being. We send love and healing prayers to everyone in Los Angeles and California affected by the wildfires and the devastation that has wreaked havoc on the lives of so many people, the environment, animals and wildlife. And we ask that you shine a guiding light on those who have passed, their loved ones and survivors of this horrific incident. We pray for peace in our time and the abolition of atrocities and violence. And we thank the power of the Holy Spirit for giving us strength and hope in times of doubt and despair. We include at this time the following names from our church healing list: Malcolm Fraser, Mandy Fraser, Marcia Fraser, Anne Hopkins, Peter Mott, Stephen Hawkins, Jenny Burgess, Carol Burgess, Lee Oswald, Aaron, Jane and Andrew, Ivy, Tyler, Vic and family, Ava, Daniela, Mo May, Yolanda, Iva and Daphne, Ruby, Jill Ross, Peter Goddard, Derek, Bernie, Christine Woodham, Kira and Teddy. We now move our attention into the healing silence to be followed by the serenity prayer, which we will say together. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Julian, can I please ask you to take the offertory in church? Anyone wishing to make a free will donation may do so on the following link, which is also listed on the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church Facebook pages: www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/LADPROMS. That's www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/LADPROMS. Thank you, Julian. And my reading this morning is taken from the teachings of Silver Birch, and this section is entitled The Divine Plan. Our work is to give that which has a purpose, a significance, so that while it demonstrates the existence of law, it also enables comfort to be given and knowledge to be spread. Our work is not only to reveal the existence of laws beyond the physical, but to reveal truths of the spirit. We have a gigantic system of misrepresentation to oppose. We have to undo the work of centuries. We have to destroy the superstructure of falsity that has been built upon the foundation of creeds. We are striving always to teach the children of matter how to be free and how to bask in the sunlight of spiritual truth, how to cast off the serfdom of creedal slavery. This is not an easy task, for once the trappings of religion have mastered you, it takes a long time for spiritual truth to penetrate that thick wall of superstition. We strive always to reveal the religious significance of spiritual truth, for when your world understands its spiritual import, there will be a revolution mightier than all the revolutions of war and blood. It will be a revolution of the soul, and all over the world, people will claim what is their due, the right to enjoy the full liberties of the Spirit. Away will go every restriction which has put fetters on them. Our allegiance is not to a creed, not to a book, not to a church, but to the great Spirit of life and to his eternal natural laws. A great power of the Spirit will descend into your world of matter. In all its countries, a mighty force of the Spirit will be felt. For there is a great work to be done to counteract the selfishness and the ignorance of your world. In time it will conquer, but in the process there will be much travail. There are those who are known to you, those who are bound to you with ties of blood, and others who are attracted to serve you out of the love that they bear for you. When you think of those whose names you know, try to realize the countless host of the unknown who serve without any desire to be known or recognized, but who give their power to be used. This is, my friends, the divine plan. Thank you. And now Peter will give us his address.
Thank you, Phil. Lovely reading. Well, I did what I always do on the way up here this morning. I've got a little bit of a drive to get here. It takes me just over an hour to come up to this lovely church. And on the way up, I set out my address for this morning. And after listening to that reading, realised it was a complete waste of time. And that happens more often than you would know. And it just shows you that Spirit are in charge of this and not me. But what I take from what Phil said, and I think we should all try and take from what Phil read, was how often are we led to think a certain way about us people? How often are we led by our own inner feelings to feel about people without actually really knowing them, without actually really interacting with them? And it happens all the time. We do it subconsciously. We can't help it. And I think what we need to do is approach people with love. And it doesn't matter what they look like. It really doesn't. It shouldn't matter the colour of their skin. It shouldn't really matter the religion that they choose to call their religion. It's them. It's the person. None of us have problems with people in general, do we? There are people we don't like because we just don't gel, but that's kind of life, isn't it? Nobody gets on with everybody. Actually, if we just treated everybody the way we would like to be treated, would life be easier? If you walked up to somebody and said, "Good morning, how are you?" And they said, "Yeah, actually, I'm fine." You can't hold anything against them, can you? We kind of prejudge people, don't we? And we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Everybody's guilty of it. We prejudge people by what we may have heard. But nobody knows that if what you heard was true, we just assume that it's true. Oh, you know him down the road? Or he beats his wife. And it turns out he doesn't. You meet him, you think, "Oh, hang on a second, what's this all about?" It's true, isn't it? We judge people. We shouldn't be doing that. We should just be accepting people for who they are, what they are. We should be kind, we should be loving, we should be caring. Because all those things are free. Whenever there's something goes wrong in our country, or in any country, we all band together, don't we? The good old British spirit, everyone bands together. When there's no milk in the shops, or no bread, or all of the COVID thing, we all stand together, we all stand strong. But other times we don't. But we're all still the same people. We've got to start being kinder, a bit more caring, a bit more forgiving. My mum used to say, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. We're all throwing stones, and actually we all live in glass houses. Because there isn't anybody that hasn't done a sin or hasn't done something wrong, obviously except me. I'm perfect. In my eyes anyway. But you understand, we've all done it. We've all got things we're not proud of in our lives. But actually that's called learning and living. That's what we do. We're down here for a good time, not a long time. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. We've lost people that we care about deeply. We wish we could have 5 more minutes with them, don't we? I always say to people, we place a great big onus or a great big priority on the things that we own. We love to one up the Joneses, don't we? Got to have the biggest telly, got to have the best car, got to have the greenest lawn, got to have the nicest curtains. But none of that goes with you. When you die, that all stays behind for other people to fight over. Actually, the things that you take are the memories, the experiences. If I said to every single person in this church, I want you to give up everything that you own, and you can have another day with somebody that you love that's passed, I bet there isn't one person in this church or online that would go, "Actually, I'm not up for that." Because most people would go, "Yeah, I would. Because I know I would. If I could have another day with my mum or my dad, true, right, yeah, have it. I don't need that. I can get more of that." And that's the truth of it. Anything you can replace isn't really got a value, has it? Nothing that you can replace has got a value. There's a great saying. Now, listen, we all need money. I'm not trying to play that down. I'm really not. But if a problem can be solved with money, is it a problem or an inconvenience? I think it's just an inconvenience. We all go, "Oh, we've got to have the electric on." Do you know, for hundreds of years, in fact, thousands of years, we never had electric. Got to have the gas on. Thousands of years, we never had gas. Yet we still managed to get to today without it, didn't we? We didn't have cars. We walked everywhere. And we were a lot more healthy when we did that, let me tell you. It's true, isn't it? All those things that you think you need to have, the trinkets, the 4K 100-inch widescreen television. I joke about that now. I make a laugh. When my kids come and go, "Oh, Dad, I'm getting a new latest HD TV. It's 100 inches. It's massive." I go, "Listen, do you know in my house when I was a child, we had a black and white TV? And do you know what the remote control was? Me. I was the remote control. There was no such thing. And now we've got these 4K HD high definition tellies. All that now shows you is you can see Mary from Coronation Street. Instead of her head being this big, it's that big. All you can tell now is she's got really bad skin. And it's true. We've all done that one. We've all done that. Look at her skin. She's definitely got a spot there. They've concealed it. I can see it. You'll all be doing that now. You'll all be going, he's right, you know. But it's true. We all get a bit more critical. We love to criticize, don't we? It's a great thing. And we're our own worst enemies. Don't beat yourself up. There's no point to it. Enjoy life. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And I say this a lot, and I've said it many times in this church. Life is a wonderful thing, but I don't know anybody that's made it out alive. So why don't you enjoy the ride? Smile more. Be happy. Happiness is in your hands. You can't control anybody's actions, but you can definitely control your reactions, can't you? Be kind. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It does make me laugh the way we do stuff and the way we treat ourselves. We've all been into a toilet that says, leave this toilet the way you would like to find it. And we do that without thinking about it. It comes second nature, doesn't it? Treat other people the way you want to be treated. And if they're having a bad day, let them have their bad day. You don't need to have a bad day because they are. Just some thoughts. Thank you. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you very much, Peter, for that inspiring address. And I think a lot of Peter's words bear thinking about here, and about how we quite often unnecessarily complicate our lives through spending a lot more time on the minutiae of life and those little things that tend to get in the way or irritate us, rather than taking a view of the bigger picture of life and actually what we feel is intrinsically important to us, rather than all the trappings of which Peter spoke that quite often complicate our lives unnecessarily. And my gran used to say, it's all the small things in life that are worth thinking about and fighting for, not the entrapments of which I just referred to. And looking at everything, looking at all the aspects of life which give us joy, rather than those aspects of life which tend to bring us down and make us feel heavier than we actually need to feel, because we've created so much, often, clutter around us. So anyway, thank you very much, Peter.
Pleasure.
And now Peter will be giving us his demonstration of mediumship. And I would ask that if a spirit communicator is drawn to you with a message, church members, please respond with a clear yes or no to the statement, or if in doubt, just say, I'm not sure. And Peter can then ask spirit for further clarification. It's important for him to hear your voice, as that is the conduit of energy which spirit need to make a strong connection. And please, can I ask church message recipients to speak clearly into the handheld microphone which Julian is going to pass around. Thank you very much, Peter.
Good morning. I've come here to communicate with the dead, not raise them. Good morning.
Morning.
That's better. That's better. I like to do my work with love and light and some laughter. Now, I do have to give the difficult messages, but, you know, if Great Auntie Ethel went off to spirit and she had a sense of humour, they didn't remove it. She's still got it. If she was a gnarly old so-and-so, she's going to be a gnarly old so-and-so. And that's because if I bring her through all love and light, you're going to go, well, that's not my aunt. She wasn't like that. She used to kick me up the backside and throw me out the garden. Now, just remember that. I can only bring through the evidence that they give me as well. I wish we don't make this up. So we just have to give the evidence that we're given. I'm drawn to the lovely lady there. Yeah, hello. How are you? Good. I've got a lovely lady that's trying to blend her energy at the moment, and I feel like I'm a bit of a talker with this lady. I feel like I'm Nan. Would you understand Nan in spirit and her being a bit of a talker?
Yes.
Likes a
yes.
good old natter, she tells
Yes.
me. Loves the gossip.
Okay.
Do you understand that with her? And I do feel I'm kind of lost my mobility towards the end. And I know that's very generic, and I don't like the generic, but I just feel I kind of was very unsteady. I'm a little bit wobbly. And I think my words have even gone a little bit wobbly towards the end. Do you understand that? And I'm mixing stuff up. I'm kind of getting it just ever so fractionally wrong.
Yes.
Yes, you understand that?
Yes.
But she's taking me to a mind, so I do feel it was kind of just slipping a little bit.
Yes.
I'm not saying dementia, I just feel I kind of lost my sharpness. I go back 3 or 4 years with this lady, and I'm as sharp as a pin.
That's
And
good.
I've got a massive opinion as well. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And I'm never wrong. Do you understand that? Well, I'm never wrong. Your poor old granddad didn't stand a chance.
Okay.
Do you understand that? If he's in trouble, he just goes, I'm giving up.
Okay.
I'm off. I'm not putting up with this today. You understand? And I do feel she could be quite temperamental as well.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And I don't, we say things lightly. I think she suffered with herself. Do you understand what I say when I say that? She got in her own way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
But essentially she was a lot of fun. I'm not a
Yes.
massive lady, kind of 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah, she was small. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a massive lady, but I am a big character.
Absolutely.
And I am an absolute matriarch. What I say goes.
Yes.
There's no other rules. You don't muck about. And I do feel she would have been, when you were younger, very traditional. I nearly said old fashioned there. She went, don't you dare call me old. And I do feel she would have been like that even up to the end. Don't you dare call me old. And she's very traditional lady.
Yes.
And it's like children should be seen and not heard.
Yes.
Okay. And she doesn't like a mess.
Exactly.
And I feel like if you're out in the garden and you've come in messy, you're washing.
Yes.
You don't do anything with dirty hands at all.
Exactly.
Okay. You got a brother. There must be, I feel like there's a brother.
In the spirit world, yes.
But he would have been here.
Yes.
Because I'm going back to when you're young. I do feel like he was a little so-and-so.
No. It might have been somebody else.
Do you understand what she's talking about?
Yes,
I feel like there's a young chap here who's almost too difficult to tame.
Okay. Yes.
He's doing his own thing and nobody can stop him. And he gets himself into all sorts of jams and as a child. Do you understand that?
Okay.
I think he's got himself into little bits of trouble. I'm not the wrong side of the law, but if you can get into trouble with Nan, he's the one that's going to do it.
Okay.
Do you understand that with her?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like she's trying to sit him down and trying to talk to him. And I'm asking, this is great, but why are you taking me here? And I feel like when your Nan talks, you listen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And she's saying, forgive me, you're not listening. Do you understand that?
Sometimes.
I think the word you're looking for is yes. I will help you because I'm more frightened of her than I am of you, in fairness. So I'm just going to give it the way she's giving it to me. And she says you're being very harsh to yourself.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Because she said my address was really poignant to you. It meant a lot to you. Do you understand? And she's talking about best foot forward as well. Do you also understand that?
I understand that.
Good.
Yeah.
I've got someone who's got an issue with their toes.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, she's just taking me to toes, and I feel that this would be on the right foot.
Yes.
As long as you can understand it. Again, I'm just giving evidence that I can't know. Like I said, I just because I'm just want something that's way out there.
Okay.
And she's going on about the laundry line.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
The laundry line.
Do you understand her laundry line? Someone took the laundry line down and used it as a skipping rope.
I think that was me.
Okay. So you understand it. I'm going to have the laundry. And she was not happy. No, I feel like there would have been a warm bottom. Yes. You understand it?
Yes.
Good. And she's talking about that girl that did the skipping knew her own mind.
Yes.
And she, like the young man who wouldn't do that. Who's Brian?
Brian.
I've got Brian. Could be here. If there's a Brian here, it just means we're sending healing that way.
Brian is here.
Right,
Yeah.
we just need to, we're not killing any, I'm a
No.
medium, not a hitman, love. We're just sending some healing that way. That's when I get a name and it's here and she's calling it out, I've got to give it. Okay. And she's talking about you bringing her back. The inner girl. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Because I feel like there was a naughtiness to you, but not terrible naughty. You're a bit of a, you understand that?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. She's saying spangles. Now that takes us back, doesn't it?
Spangles.
Spangles, the sweets.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like somebody got caught with some after stealing them. And not you, but she's talking about the stolen sweets.
Mm. I'm not too sure about that one.
Okay, I just feel, yeah, please.
I'll take
We're
it.
not McDonald's. I hate to do a takeaway, but she's talking about these stolen sweets.
Okay.
Okay, and she's talking about values as well, but she's talking about you and your personal values.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you're kind of cutting the edges off them.
Okay.
It's
Right.
like you're trimming your values down to those around you
Okay.
to make them fit.
Mm.
Does that make
Yes,
sense? And
yes,
she
yeah.
doesn't like that.
Okay.
She's making me want to cry in my left eye. So I know that there's sadness around you at the moment.
Yes,
And I
yeah.
do feel like there would have been actual tears. I've got to take that away. I do
Okay.
feel like there was an actual tears. Would you also understand the lady that passed with cancer in her chest?
Yes, I think that was my aunt.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
understand this
Yes,
lady,
yeah.
good, because she's just coming in to say hello. She's going to try and make me burp. That's how they do cancer. I do apologize. I'm going to listen. It's fine. It is what it is. It's going to happen. I'm just letting people know that I'm
Okay.
not just standing here burping. Please, thank you. If this doesn't, this will be the first. It's going to happen. Right? Stop it. Right. She's also talking about you finishing stuff.
Yes, yes,
You understand that?
yes, yeah.
Good. Your aunt's quite a forceful lady, isn't she?
Yes, she is, yeah.
I know she's really forceful because she's still trying to make me burp.
Okay.
And I know that she would have stood her ground.
Yes, she did.
Right,
Yeah.
but I think there's a situation around you where you need to stand your ground. Would you understand that?
I'm trying.
Yeah, but
yes.
that's fine. Listen, it's an acknowledgement of, it's the
Yes.
help is trying to come.
Okay.
Okay. She's also saying, you're not normally backwards in coming forwards
Yes.
and speaking your truth. But I feel that's happened recently.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And I've got a gentleman that passed with a heart attack.
Yes. Yeah.
He wants to say hello as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And I've got the written letters as well. Someone wrote 2 letters. Would you understand that? Or there are 2 letters that need writing?
They need writing.
But you understand it's
Yes,
2
yeah.
letters, 2 letters, 2 letters.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I feel like there's an apology that's owed as well to you. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes we don't get what we need and we cause ourselves pain from it.
Yes.
Do you understand
I
that?
do. I understand.
Good. You understand that?
Yeah.
Good.
I do.
Okay. And I feel really dizzy and I feel that that's Gran.
Okay.
And she's just before she goes, she's giving me white bed sheets of all things. I've asked for white bed sheets.
Okay.
Does that mean anything?
I was looking at them the other day.
Okay, but you understand it.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
she just made me laugh. She's very traditional, your nan, because she said to me, tell her, buy cheap, buy twice. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And I think she would have said that when my mum used to say that to me. But she went, tell her, buy cheap, buy twice. She's got to buy the better ones.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Thank you.
And she went, none of that fitted rubbish. You've got to make the bed properly.
Okay.
Yeah. It just made me
Okay.
laugh as she said it. But you understand it.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Can you please take her love?
I will. Thank you.
Sweet,
very
sweet
much.
lady. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going next. I'm with one of the 2 gentlemen that came in late, and I'm not sure which one I'm with. Okay. I think I might be with you, young man. Okay. I think we've spoke before, haven't we? Well, I'll hold that against you. Don't tell anybody. If it's bad, don't tell them. I have a gentleman stepping forward, and I feel like this gentleman would have been a character.
I've known a few.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting the prison bars.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I've
you're-
about 4 at the moment.
I'm
Characters.
taller
Okay.
and I'm a lump. That's his words. I'm a big chap.
Right. You mean in build or as an overweight?
Build.
Build.
Well, he thinks it's build, but I think a lot of it was here.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
I was trying to place it. I know a lot of people like.
Who's Steve?
I know it's Steve, but I don't think this one's been.
No.
Okay,
I
sorry.
just want to make sure that you know a Steve. That's fine. I know it's
Yeah.
not this chap. It's fine.
And I thought it
Okay.
was on the way up.
Sorry?
I thought it was on the way up on the tram. Funny enough, coming.
But you understand Steve.
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Good. And you understand why he's talking about.
And of all the spirit, Steve, I know is on the lower plane.
No, that's fine. I'm not killing anybody off.
There's two.
I think he's over here.
Well, I know that is.
Yeah. Because he's talking about running together. So I feel like there's a group of you.
Okay.
You understand that? This goes back. There's a group of you that run together. Does that make sense to you?
I'll hold on at the moment because I'm a bit foggy in my head.
No, that's fine. And that happens to all of us.
Right.
What he's talking about is he wants to go back to the good old days.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
And he's talking about easy money is what he's talking to me about.
Okay.
You would understand that?
On a few things, but I'm still trying to place the character.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Okay.
I feel like this. Listen, I'm normally sat where you are, so don't worry. I know a lot from that side of life as well.
Yeah.
I never judge
I've
anybody.
met a lot of people. I've met quite a few Steves with respect, but
Yeah, this isn't Steve that I'm talking about. This is another chap.
right, okay.
Okay,
thank you.
Steve is separate from this chap.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of people trying to say hello to you
Thank you.
for a lot of reasons. And one of them is to get you out of the place that you've been in. Do you
I've got
understand?
it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everyone
I
wants to.
understand that, yeah.
Everyone's trying to pick you up and go, it's all going to be all right. Do you understand that?
Yeah, so yeah.
Good.
Right.
Listen, it's fine. I've just got to give the way they're giving it to me.
Thank you.
I feel like the chap that I've got would have been quite a good driver because he's in a car.
My car.
I didn't want to be. I'm trying to clean this up a little bit.
Do you know what I'm going to say? When I get out of it, it comes clear in my head. I can't think. There's a few people. I'll keep up.
Right, it's fine. I feel like he was a very good driver, and that was his speciality.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and I feel like he was up to a few things.
Right, a lot of yeah.
Yeah, this chap, not Steve, the other chap. Right, he's coming into you and he's talking about the new life that you're trying to get. Would you understand that?
I do, yeah.
And he's just saying, listen, it's twice as hard when you're doing it the right way.
Okay, right.
And he's saying it's twice as hard when you're trying to do it the right
yeah,
way.
I get it, yeah.
And he says, unfortunately, when you're over here doing what we used to do, you
Yeah.
didn't have to take the kicks and the knocks.
Yeah,
Where you are now, you kind of have to roll with the punches.
yeah.
Who's the boxer?
There's a few.
Yeah, but I feel like the tall chap could put his hands up.
I didn't realise I met someone who had maybe issues of the mind through boxing, a lot of blows to the head, maybe.
Yeah, but whoever the big chap is, he can
Yeah, I know him.
he can definitely look after himself.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
He's actually, you understand, Gentle Giant,
Maybe, yeah, I know, yeah.
with him.
I
I
know,
feel like I've got this side to me, but if you meet me normally, I'm a nice guy.
yeah.
He's the kind of guy you go and have a pint with. You'd have a great night, a storming night.
I met someone who's, I met another boxer, like, but he might have gone, I don't know, he's done the Olympics and all that.
Okay, well, anyway,
All
right. What they're saying is where you are, it takes longer to take the smaller steps.
right, okay,
Does that make sense?
thank you.
And he says,
I always get boxers. Right on, isn't
so do I.
it?
The funny thing is, what he's saying to me is it takes longer to make the smaller steps, but you've made the biggest step. Do you understand?
Yeah, totally.
And he's just saying,
Yeah, I've got that.
it's hard. We've got to put who I can fully, literally, I can link to this because it's me. Sometimes we have to put the old us to bed and understand.
Spot on.
Right, I know I will speak to you afterwards, but sometimes we have to put the old us to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. and just go, we were that person, we're not that person. Does that
Totally
make
take
sense?
that. Thank you.
Yeah. And he's just saying, you have to accept that because that's I think what happens is, what he's showing me is sometimes you slip back there a little bit. Do you understand?
In my thoughts a bit, yeah, negative.
Yeah. I'm not saying inaction.
No,
we just go there.
Thank you.
What he's saying to me is tell him you've done the biggest job. You've done the hard work.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Right. Please keep moving forward.
Okay.
He's giving me groups with you.
Okay.
So I feel like people that would like, we said birds of a feather flock together. So to me, there might be people that could help you. Does that make
I'm
sense?
actually involved in things at the moment, just
But you-
sort of started fresh starts and that
You-
groups.
If you tell me, I can't tell you. Sorry.
All right, apologies.
No worries. No
When you
worries.
said birds of thought feed the pigeons.
No, it could well be that. It could actually be that. But to me, birds of a feather is like-minded
Yeah,
people.
that's totally true.
Yeah. But
Thank you.
again, the birds of a feather thing, they're trying to show you that they're around you. Because sometimes it feels like a lonely journey.
Yeah. Well, I'm aware, like, you know, this.
Good, as long as you're
Thank you.
aware. Okay. You understand Mum in spirit?
Yes,
She's a sweet character.
totally.
And she's put up with a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she never give in. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
And she never give in on you.
No, never. Yeah.
And she says, I still haven't. She said, I can't slap him around the ear like I used to,
Yeah.
but I want to. Do you understand that?
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But she's just coming in with so much love now.
Thank you.
I feel like there's a few of you in the family.
On my mum's side, there is a load, 11
Yeah.
sisters. Yeah.
But I feel like she's saying you were definitely a challenge as a child.
I was.
And she laughs as she says it. I think school wasn't your favourite place.
No, it wasn't.
Because she said I spent more time at his school than he did. But
Yeah, but like I said, yeah.
she's laughing as she says
I
it.
couldn't stand it, so I got to 15.
Yeah, but you understand.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
She's just laughing with you.
Yeah.
And again, she's trying to bring that joy around you.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a car that's been driven into a lake.
Oh.
Would you understand that?
Not at the moment. I don't hold on to that.
Or a car that's been driven into water. May not be. They're just showing me a car that's going into the water.
I'm going to place it. I lived in Bermondsey at one stage, like the Surrey Coast, Surrey Docks.
Okay, this might have been something that's gone on
Yeah.
there, but she's just making me aware of it. Okay. She's taking me back to water now.
Okay.
And this is a metaphorical, not a physical.
Okay.
What she's saying to me is sometimes you feel like you're drowning. Do you understand
Yeah, I
that?
can take that, yeah.
Yeah. And she's
Okay.
just saying, but all you need to do is push up from the bottom.
Okay.
And then just because she says you've got your head above the water, you've just got to see it.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Something she thought she would never hear you say. You've been saying sorry a lot.
I won't feed you, but I'm.
But you understand it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm thinking out loud. I'm just, yeah.
But
got
you
it.
understand. And she's really proud of that
Yeah,
because that's about acceptance.
I've got it. Yeah,
And she's just so proud.
yeah.
Okay. Can you please take her love? She's
Yeah.
she's such a sweet woman.
So,
The guy, they're all stepping backwards now, but they're just going, you're on the right path. It's been hard to
Yeah.
get here, but they're proud.
It's been a little bit of a mission.
But come speak to me afterwards because I will
Thank
be
you, yeah,
about. Thank
brilliant.
you.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank them. I do the easy bit. I just stand here and talk. Okay. Where are we going next? I want to come to this. Sorry, I'm running you all over the church. Sorry.
All
I
right.
want to come to this lovely lady here if I can.
Yeah.
I'm here in the name of Joan.
Yeah.
You understand the name of Joan?
Yes.
Over here?
Yes.
Brilliant. And I've got an auntie as well.
Joan was my auntie.
Okay, you understand that? That's fine. I feel a bit confused around her. So I don't know whether there was confusion going on with her,
Yes.
but I just feel like I'm not sure where I am towards the end. Does that make sense? And I've lost who I was.
Yes.
So I think she would have been quite a sweet person, but at the end it was like not sweet. I feel like she was a little bit violent-ish. May have only been with words, but I feel like it wasn't her.
Sure, that would make sense with the condition.
Yeah, because what she's saying to me is, we change many times in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes we have to adapt to the situation that we're in.
Okay.
And she's talking about you're finding it difficult to adapt at the moment.
True.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
And she's talking about new freedoms as well.
Okay.
Do you understand that? Okay. She's just coming in. Okay. She's given me a christening dress as well.
I don't know about christening.
Okay. She's giving me a christening dress.
I got christened a couple of years ago.
Okay. I have to give what they're giving it in the way that they're giving it. And she's just telling me, okay, who are you? Oh, I've got a gentleman who's coming in. And I definitely have an issue with my lungs.
Okay.
Would you understand this gentleman?
Yeah, I've got two.
Is this Dad?
Dad, yes.
I feel like I want to kind of take care of you.
Yeah.
And I feel he really suffered with this towards the end, and I'm coughing. I just need some water, sorry. Yeah, and I do feel like he would have been a massively solid character. Do you understand that about him?
Yeah, very true.
And set in his ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm quite organised with him.
Yes.
And he's talking about fairness as well.
Okay.
Well, does that make sense with Dad? I want things to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what it means.
Okay. He's making me aware that something around you's not right.
Okay.
Pardon me. I knew that was going to make me do that. I knew that was going to happen. So I feel Dad would have had a cancerous condition.
It wasn't diagnosed, but it would make sense. There was a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. But you understand when he said to you, I'd had enough.
Yes.
Because he said I was sick of being prodded and pulled and injected and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
He said, I'm surprised I didn't glow in the dark. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's just laughing about it. He thinks it's really funny now.
Mm.
Okay. He's talking about you, and he's putting as he's giving me he's making me feel with you very unsettled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to put my foot firmly on the ground, and I want to take stock.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not always wrong. So I feel like something you're doing or feeling is wrong.
Okay.
And he's going, no, it's not.
No.
Yeah. And again, I want to trust my intuition,
Right.
because he's taking me to this part, which is your intuition.
Okay.
And he's saying to me, tell her if it feels wrong, it is wrong as well. That's really quite the thing that he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand that?
Yes.
He said new beginnings can be very scary.
True.
Yeah. But it's like writing the book again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't like the old chapter, well, let's start a new one.
Okay.
But make this one work for you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Good. He takes me back 2 or 3 chapters and he says it wasn't great.
Yeah.
You understand
Yeah.
that?
I do.
Okay. But he's very happy now that you're happy. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Would you understand a Ben?
No.
Not at all.
No.
I'm hearing Ben.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to see where that sits somewhere else then. Okay. Can you please take Dad's love and this
Thank you.
and your lovely aunt's love as well?
Thank you.
And at no time like the present.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're treading water and he's going, no,
Get on with it.
get on with it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think I want to go to Stephen, if that's all right. Hi, Steve. Wake up, mate.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, you're talking to me.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the only Steve. Well, I hope you're probably the only Steve in here.
Sorry.
Hi, Steve.
I was meditating.
No, that's fine.
Hi, Peter. Sorry.
You'd understand mum in spirit.
Oh, cool. I hope not.
Okay, then I've got Nan. I've got a
Yeah.
woman. I've got a woman who is very matriarchal.
Yeah.
I want you to pay attention, is what she's saying.
She's caught me out. That's what she's done.
Exactly. I know. She went, I want to slap him. He'll wake up now. And she's not a violent woman, but you understand that of her.
Yeah.
Like Ben as well.
Yeah.
And you understand the Ben. Fine. So I am correct with the Ben.
Yeah.
If Ben is here, it's just healing. I feel like Ben is here. Is that correct?
No.
No,
over
it's the
there.
spirit.
Okay. Well, okay. But then it's the healing that needs to come to you. I did sit with these two. We didn't talk about anything. We just talked generally about life. The lovely Nanny's coming through, and she's talking about. She loves to have fun, your Nan, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Because she's trying to catch me out, and I've been trying to be really careful in what I'm saying, because it's literally trying to catch me out. And for those of you that don't know, Steve is blind, and she keeps saying he needs to see things the way they are. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
But that's not in a physical, that's in a. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I think I know it.
And she's talking about an acceptance of something as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. She says you're really good at kind of setting your boundaries up.
Mhm.
You're very good at setting your boundaries up.
Yeah.
But I feel like around you at the moment, you've let that slip a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. I feel like there's work that needs to be done, is what she's telling me.
Oh, right. I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, as long as you can understand it, because she's saying there's work that needs to be done. Okay.
Yeah.
She's talking and she's just saying, your superpower is your mind, but your worst enemy is your mind as well. Do you understand that?
I'll say yes or no.
Do you know, but you understand it.
Yeah. I asked Kelly something the other day, and it was one of those weird questions that there's just no need. And I went, she said to me, do you need something to do? I went, yeah, probably. So I think she's listening.
Okay. But it's like you've got to stop. It's great when you're using your mind, your positive mind, but when your negative mind sets in, it really sets in. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're literally superpowers. You've got to, one's got to overtake the other.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of one way or the other.
Right. And again, she's talking about using your voice for good.
Mhm.
So I feel like what she wants you to try and do is share your experiences. Does that make sense? I feel this is something that you've been thinking about.
Yeah, we were talking about stuff recently. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's saying that would help a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just saying, share your experiences. And it's about, I feel like you've been thinking about writing this down.
No.
Well, okay, let me put this differently. She wants you to write this down. It's almost like it could be a self-help book.
Oh, good.
She said that'll occupy his mind. But you understand why she's saying that?
Yeah, I think I know where she's coming from.
Can you please take her love
Yeah.
and a jam tart?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But not the yellow one.
Hang on, what's the yellow one?
Lemon, I'm guessing.
She's my favourite.
Okay, well, so you understand why she's saying not the yellow.
Yeah.
I would have no clue.
Yeah.
But you understand it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. As long as you can understand why she's saying that, that's brilliant. Thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm with one of the two lovely ladies at the front here. Or could be that lovely lady. Who understands the Elizabeth? This lady here. Okay, you understand the Elizabeth
Thank you. Yes,
or
yes.
Bet?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, okay. But you understand the name?
Yes,
Okay, and she's over here.
yes,
Oh, no, that's fine. And she's quite an upright lady.
yes,
And again, as the name would suggest, she's very set in her ways.
yes. That could be my mum or my auntie. They're both Elizabeths.
I feel like I don't feel like I'm mum, so I must be
All
auntie.
right.
I feel like auntie would have been a bit more fun. You're going to get away with a little bit more with auntie than you are with mum.
Well, auntie was living in a bit further away from us, so we didn't really see her very much.
So I think whenever you're there, she's going to make life nice. Not that mum didn't make life nice, but she would have got away with a few more things when you're around auntie than you do with mum.
I couldn't say that because we didn't see her that much.
Okay. Because what she's talking about, a bit like this lovely lady, is grabbing life again.
Yes,
Do you understand?
yes,
She's saying you need to start to grab life again.
yes,
Yeah, because I feel like we all have a little bit in the past. We've kind of got into that quieter place
yes.
and we're not living the way we would have once lived.
That's true. Yes,
Okay. I've got the name of Michael.
yes.
Okay, that's fantastic. And I've got a June birthday.
Yes, we got a few of those. Yes,
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I just want to make 100% sure.
yes.
They're going to do it to me again. I don't know why they want to make me burp again, but they're trying to. Pardon me, they just did it. I apologise. Which I feel like one of these ladies would have passed with cancer, if not both of them. So either mum had it or auntie had it.
Not that I know
Okay, I've just got a lady that's presenting with it
Yeah.
in her chest, but it goes to her tummy.
of. Not that I know of. No.
Okay, I'm going to leave that with you. It may not be either of these two, but it may be somebody else.
Right. Oh, yes, I've had other people pass
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
That's fine. I think I feel like a lot of people just want to say hello.
Right.
Do you understand
Yeah,
that?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. And they're making me laugh because they're saying, tell her we don't want to hear. She ain't coming over yet. She's got a lot to do. Do you
Yes,
understand that?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Have you been thinking about moving to the coast?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
I feel like
But I've got lots of people who have moved to the coast.
Would you understand why she's saying? You would
Yes.
understand it because
Yes.
she's saying she's very straight talking.
Yes.
Because she went, that's God's waiting room, and you're not going there.
No.
Do you understand?
Don't want to
And
go
she
there
and
either.
she laughs as she says it. She
Oh.
went, you ain't going to God's waiting room
No.
yet. Okay. She's talking about the little one, so I feel like somewhere there must be grandchildren,
Yes.
and I feel like that's your light.
It is, but again, they're all a long distance away.
But you understand that they're your light,
Yes.
they're the things. But you understand why
Yes.
she's giving that to me to give to
Yes.
you, and she's just talking about a heartache with you as well.
Yes, well, who hasn't?
Yeah, but she's talking. I think this is recent. I think something has caused you sadness recently.
Maybe something that's gone on for a long time.
But you understand it.
Yes, yes,
Because she's talking about we kind of need to put an end to it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And sometimes somebody's got to be the bigger person. I feel like mum would have set things straight in life. You understand? If there's a
Mum would have done, yes.
yeah, I feel like mum would have gone like everyone's getting in a room and nobody's leaving until we've sorted it.
Yes.
And she's
yes.
kind of saying, forgive me for saying this, it's like you're the matriarch now. That's your job. And she says, sometimes we have to do the unpleasant things to get the pleasant results.
And sometimes you do those things and they don't work.
But do you understand why she's saying it?
I can understand why, but I've
Good.
already done what she's saying.
Okay, but as long as you can understand why she's making that suggestion. I'm not
Yes.
saying do it. I'm just saying this is what she would have done.
Right.
Okay. She just is saying that she just wants things to move forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes is the sorry worth it? So I feel like somebody feels wronged and they may not have been wronged, and somebody feels that they wronged somebody, or somebody has wronged somebody and somebody's. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say
Probably
that?
works on both sides.
Yeah, but you understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. She laughs. She says, children never grow up.
Mhm.
And she laughs as she says it because I feel like she
Yes.
would have banged heads together. not literally, but metaphorically. And she's just very proud. She wants you to see more of life as well. Do you understand that?
What, go down clubbing, you mean?
Please. Yeah, but I feel like there are interests that you don't pursue.
I've really got an awful lot on my plate at the moment. I haven't got time to pursue anything else.
Well, I think then it must be about a bit of you time as opposed to a bit of everybody else
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
what she's saying. You've got to go out and do some stuff for you.
Yeah.
And I'll give you some good clubs afterwards. All right. But you understand why she's saying it.
Yeah, thank you.
Mum wouldn't have drunk, would she? Or very little?
She wouldn't be, yeah, it didn't do any good.
No, it's like a sherry now and again. I
She'd
feel
like it, but it wouldn't do
yeah, I
any
just
good.
feel like it would have been our days and holidays, and
Mm.
because she just bought sherry out. So I know that people that
Yes.
give a sherry
Yes.
are not massive
And
drinkers.
that's what she used to drink, yes.
Yeah, so it's like our days and like Christmas and birthdays.
Yes.
And she would have, and I feel like she would have been given a glass of sherry. She'd have put it to her lips and then put it down and probably never ever drunk any. Do you understand that with her?
Yeah, because she
but you understand it.
affected her heart.
But you understand why she's
Yes.
giving it to me the way
Yes.
she's giving it. Can you please take Mum's love?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. She's just such a lovely lady. I think
She
that's.
is, yes.
I will try one.
Thank you.
Yes, no worries. I'm going to come over here because I do feel like I'm with the lovely lady with glasses on. Hello, my darling.
Oh, me?
Yes, darling. I love people when they go, "What, me? Me?" Like they were never going to get. When you come to church, there's like we give messages.
I know.
Love it when that happens. I'm really startled. Okay. Do you understand a Mary?
Yes.
Yeah, over here. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to get the link going as it was. Okay. Okay. You understand Mum in spirit?
Yes.
And she's got a lot of life to her. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I feel like she's a real character. She loves her knees up and her traditional knees up at that.
Yeah, that would be her, yeah.
Yeah, because I've got her singing Knees Up Mother Brown. Literally all of the old ones. And I feel like, who plays the piano?
My uncle used to play.
Yeah, because I've got someone playing the piano.
Yeah,
I've got
Uncle
her
Jack,
singing.
Yeah.
And I've got like a night in the pub as well. And I feel like we're all kind of having a good old knees up and a good old night out. Do you understand that with her? Good. But again, I feel like the men of the family, and again, I hate the generic stuff. I feel like the men of the family would have been very territorial, very protective.
Probably, I don't know. I've never really noticed.
Because I'm going back to Mum's era of men and backwards.
Oh,
And I feel like they're just so protective at the moment, and they're trying to put a lot of protection around you, which is why I'm saying it.
Oh, right.
So I don't know whether you're feeling a little bit vulnerable or a little bit low at the moment. They just want to give you that reassurance. Does that make sense?
Thank you, yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I think your mum would have said things and people would have said, I think she's a bit mad. Do you understand that? And it's not, she was nothing wrong with her, but she would say things that were a little bit, oh, hang on a minute. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's opinions going round at the moment where people are saying, it's not mad, but it's not fitting what other people are saying. Do you understand that?
Oh, right.
Does that make sense?
No, not really.
I feel like things are being said and other people are not liking what's being said. I've got to give the way she's giving it. Would you also understand somebody who had either a real bad leg injury or lost a leg?
Yes.
It's the lost, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, he's here.
It wasn't a he.
It's a woman. Okay, because they're just making me very aware of somebody that's lost a leg. Because I can feel the pain in my leg.
Yeah, my mum towards the end.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So it's definitely, I've definitely got this woman and she's impressing upon me that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just really to come to you to give you that upliftment.
Oh, thank you.
And that will to move forward. Do you understand that?
Yes.
There must be a birthday very soon as well. Because she's talking about a celebration is what she just said to me. An anniversary, a passing, or a birthday.
Oh, an anniversary of passing, yes.
You understand? Good, as long as you can understand it, because it's a celebration. And she's also saying to me, time to let go.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
We have to let go. We have to keep going.
Yeah.
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 It's great to have the nostalgia. It's great to carry what we carry, but sometimes we've got to put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please take love?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter, for a very uplifting demonstration. And now I just have some notices before we close the service. Our guest medium on Sunday, January the 26th at 11 a.m. is Leslie Moulton. Please note the healing clinic, animals included, is every Tuesday from 7 until 8:15 and Thursday from 12 a.m. until 12 noon for members of the community and animals. You will be greeted by our healer practitioners in a safe, friendly and welcoming atmosphere. Free will donations apply. New events for winter 2025 include Friendship Club every Wednesday from 11:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. in church. This week, we will be gathering to have general topic discussion, and in future weeks, we hope to be inviting various mediums to demonstrate and give short talks about various subjects connected with spiritualism. The next open platform, led by myself, Phil Shaw, is at 6:45 for 7 p.m. prompt start on Thursday, February the 20th. This is a perfect opportunity for working and developing mediums to practice, sharpen their evidential mediumship, psychic art, inspirational speaking, and platform presentation skills. Meantime, if you have any questions or would like to join the mailing list, please contact myself for further information on my Facebook page, which is at Phil Shaw Spiritualist Medium, or email philesoteric@gmail.com. Crystal healing with Rachel Davis is available at Wimbledon and Hackbridge Spiritualist churches to rebalance, re-energize and relax the mind, body and spirit. Please phone Wimbledon Spiritualist Church to book an appointment. Forthcoming demonstrations. There is a demonstration of mediumship with Ashley Robinson and Jacqueline Hill at Hackbridge Spiritualist Church on Friday, the 24th of January at 7:30 p.m. Admission is £5, and there is a booking link on our Facebook page. There is also a demonstration of mediumship with Ivan Lee and Ashley Robinson here at Wimbledon on Sunday, January the 26th at 7:30, and the admission is £6.50. The booking link is also available on our Facebook pages. Please keep up to date with activities and special events, courses and workshops and demonstrations on our Facebook pages and Instagram, where you will find links to pre-event booking facilities. I'm now just going to hand over briefly to Jackie Robinson, who wishes to have a few words.
Thank you. I just wanted, I did say last week, but in case people were not in our church service last week, then we have the gathering for Shirley and Monaco, and that's on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 21st. For those of you that can get to Putney Vale crematorium, it starts at 10 o'clock. And the dress code is to wear something bright and sparkly, because, you know, Shirley was bright and sparkly, and she still is going to be bright and sparkly. She's, you know, communicating so much through little messages. All of, you know, I don't think there's a day goes by that she's not saying hello to someone or a little bit of a message. But those of you that can't get to Putney Vale, I'll be open here from 9 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be having a link then from the church. There is a link online, so if you can't manage to get to the church but you want to know information about how you can link up, then please just give us a ring to find out. Okay, so if not, I'll see people from 9 o'clock here on Tuesday or at Putney Vale, and you'll see the beautiful flowers that have been created behind on the altar are for Shirley and the butterflies. So look out for next week, because we're going to be finishing the display. And we're going to create a permanent butterfly floral display that our own Julie Caswell is working on in remembrance of Shirley. Shirley's memorial service, for those that can't manage to get here during the week, is actually going to be on Sunday, the 9th of February, and that will be starting about 12:15. So 15 minutes after our normal time of service finishing. For those of you that want to ask about flowers, if you do insist that you want to bring a flower, then perhaps just bring a colourful rose along with you. But flowers are not essential. The family are having a coffin spray, but there was a love that Shirley had of looking after children, and Save the Children is her chosen charity. So we've started a box outside, and if anyone wants to send in a cheque that doesn't manage to come to church regularly, then we will send all of the donations off next month once we've had Shirley's memorial service. So that's all the news for next week, and safe journey home till we see you all again. God bless.
Thank you, Jackie. And now I will ask Peter to close our service with prayer.
If you'd just like to join me once again in the quiet, close your eyes. Divine Spirit, thank you for the wonderful messages of love, laughter, light and upliftment. Please let everybody here and the families represented be placed under a cloak of protection until we're all fortunate enough again to meet in this wonderful sanctuary. Please let any energy that is raised here this morning go to wherever it may be needed to give whichever form of healing is needed. Please thank the committee for all the hard work they do in keeping this church open, and long may it be so for all those that want it, need it and enjoy it. Amen.
Thank you, Peter. And now I thought I'd close us out today with something a little bit unusual. It's one of Dylan Thomas's poems called "And Death Shall Have No Dominion," because it seems to me that at the start of a new year, we are all in a position to renew our faith, our belief, our conviction in spiritualism, and what coming to this church and coming to any spiritualist church on a regular basis actually means to us and to the spiritualist movement. And death shall have no dominion. Dead men naked, they shall be one with the man in the wind and the west moon. When their bones are picked clean and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not. And death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion. Under the windings of the sea, they lying long shall not die windily, twisting on racks when sinews give way, strapped to a wheel, yet they shall not break. Faith in their hands shall snap in two, and the unicorn evils run them through, split all ends up, they shan't crack, and death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion, no more may gulls cry at their ears, or waves break loud on the seashores. Where blew a flower, may a flower no more lift its head to the blows of the rain, though they be mad and dead as nails. Heads of the characters hammer through daisies, break in the sun till the sun breaks down, and death shall have no dominion. Thank you, everyone, and have a safe journey home. God bless.